guys, BNSFan back here with another video. This time a new series to the channel. As you can tell by the title, I think I'm going to title it NASA SRB Train Update Number 1. Now, in my last update, which I forgot to get to some things in that update, which I'll cover now, I recently acquired 4 Walthers 66-foot heavy-duty flat cars 4-truck variant. Now, those are to model a special train here, the NASA SRB train. The other day I was searching around on the internet for a 1/48 scale rocket to display, since that's my other, that's kind of like my other main hobby that I do, and it's what I'll be majoring in school, in college, which I'll get to that stuff here in a bit. So, I decided, first I wanted to rocket display in the lab. Then going around on the internet searching, I found on Shapeways these. These are the covers, the clamshell covers for the SRB segments, and here you can see how it would fit underneath. Now this guy sells the actual here, I don't know if you can see my cursor. Let me get something to point with. Okay. He sells the actual ring support here and the booster. I'm just getting this clamshell here and a few other things which I'll get to. But I won't be modeling basically what's inside the actual booster itself, because you can't see that when the train's running. I'll just be doing this shell over the top, which, there's the finished product. There. That's essentially what I'll be modeling. Now, this train was ran in several variants. This is just the best picture I can find. Each of these boxcars is 50-foot UP boxcars. The lead one is slightly different with the yellow cover. I'm not exactly going for 100% detail to get every one of these cars right. I'll be modeling it in a 5 flat car variant, because on the NASA SRBs, for the space shuttle, here I have an old model from an old little toy. This is a 4-segment version. So each of these black lines here dictates a segment. So this would be your first, second, third, fourth segment. Now I'm also thinking about, with NASA's new launcher, it will be a 5-segment booster, meaning it will be about here in comparison. I'm thinking about modeling that train. If so, I would use this setup. But essentially how they were transported, from what I can find, is each segment here went under its own car, so that accounts for 4. Then the 5th car had the nose cone, and then the nozzle in the end here. This little, well, this isn't the nozzle, this is the aft skirt. The nozzle itself would have been with this booster, or with this segment of the booster. So with that being said, I will be modeling a shorter variant. I'm not for sure the exact date of this picture or anything. Just this is I got from Rail Pictures. It's copyrighted Joe Hill, so that's his picture. Obviously, I'm just using it as a reference. I'll be modeling it in UP here, carrying it. I'm not going exactly for these exact locomotives, like I said. Eventually, I will have to get UP power to do this. For now, I'll just run it with power I have, and it's not going to be an exact model because these are all UP flat cars. Right now I currently have 3 CSX and 1 SP. I know that Walthers, when they originally made these, they did SP, CSX, UP, and I think TTX. So I just need to find one more. Then, right, this is currently what I have now, guys. So I have the first 4 flat cars, and I just ordered about an hour ago. I found on eBay the first of these box cars. The box cars I'm going to try to get right to be UP. I found the closest I can to this box car here. It was made by Atlas, an Atlas Trainman. I actually have Atlas Trainman box car of it, but it's rail box and it's weathered, so I can't really use it for this train. But this will be the train I'm modeling essentially, but you will cut right here. So there will be, I think 6. 1, 2, yeah, 6 boxcars. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see that. So there'll be 6 boxcars, including the leading one with the icebreakers for when the train went through tunnels. It originated from Orbital ATK's facility in Utah, and then went to Kennedy Space Center. I'm not for sure the exact routing, but I know it had to have gone through tunnels, otherwise I don't think the icebreakers would have been on the train. But the lead car here will be equipped with the icebreakers. It'll be the only special box car, the rest are just empty spacer cars. Then each flat car is going to be equipped with, let's see, this clamshell and these brackets. And these brackets here are these little things that held the clamshell in place. Now, something that I will have to do, as you can notice here, this is lifted up. I have some thin styrene laying around here. Now I'll get some. I'll have to build up the base here, and I'll just likely glue that all directly to the bottom of this, so I can still use these flat cars for other generic loads. This way it's not all my money's going into this. So I will be getting, eventually, this is after I acquire all the cars, since this is from shapeways.com. This guy also makes them in N-scale, so if I have any N-scale watchers, you can do that. But the dividers here, or not the dividers, the, sure what I call these, clamshell brackets. Then the clamshells themselves, he sells them in a 5-piece set, as per single booster. For each shuttle launch, there would be 2 of these trains to transport the parts of the booster. Then these are the icebreakers. These just glue on the outside. Here's a picture of someone that's done it. I ordered I think it's this exact flat car. I'll have to check the numbers again. It's just the one I found on eBay, actually. So this this box car. Then, you can't really tell on that picture. I think I saw a picture on here somewhere up close of, oh, it was that. Okay, we'll just have to go to this picture, guys, sorry. I tried to pull up a new picture, but I don't have Wi-Fi in the train room, so I just pulled these up for another part in the house. But these are generic, just numbers on the car here. Can't really tell. See if I can't make it better here. Okay, it's not going to focus, but we'll make do. These here and here are generic number, just like serial numbers for the shell. Then all this says is do not hump. So I think this would be easy decals to model. And then I've seen variants of like the lead shell being yellow and the rest being white. I've also seen variants like in this picture here where they're all white. So I'm just going to model it in a 5-car setup with the spacer cars and only white clamshells. Now, when it comes to power, NASA, I should have pulled up the image, guys, I'm sorry. NASA has an SW1500. They actually have 3, but whenever they moved this train themselves, they used only one SW1500. So, I could model it with a single unit power easily, and it still be a realistic, believable, because these aren't terribly heavy of a train, because each of those box cars is unloaded. I'm not for sure the exact weight of a fully loaded solid rocket booster, but that's the technical explaining on there. So let's head over here to the layout, and I'll show you what I have so far. Sorry guys, because it's such a long train, and this isn't the completed version. I just set it up kind of where I can. So up here I just have my BNSF Golden Swish unit. And all these are actually 50-foot box cars that I have. They're just not in UP, of course. So this will be the lead car with the icebreakers. There will be an icebreaker about here, one over the center of the door, and about here. So that'll be the lead icebreaking car to protect the clamshells. Then clamshell, spacer, clamshell, spacer car, clamshell, spacer car, clamshell, spacer. I still need then another clamshell and spacer car. Now, I have the one spacer car coming, so for now I could still technically run the train and have it look, at least in form, accurate once I get these 3D parts ordered. That might not be for a while, guys. I wanted to acquire the cars first, because the cars are harder to find than the the box cars, or not the box cars. The box cars are hard to find too, but the hardest part, or the easiest thing to get, is the 3D printed parts. Sorry guys, it's been a crazy day. So, I just need to find one more of these, and then I could technically run the train as is once I had the clamshells. I could still run it now, just for the effect, but that's it. So, this is a project I'll be working on, guys. As I do more, I will post new videos under this title. So, thanks.